The City of Dublin's Natural Gas Department is offering a $1,000 rebate on the purchase of a natural gas, stove, furnace and tank or tankless water heater for new construction homes or if you're remodeling your home. Individual rebates include natural gas tankless, up to $400 rebate and free gas service installation. Natural gas tank, free 40-gallon or $200 rebate on other sizes, free gas service installation. Natural gas furnace, $200 rebate. Natural gas stove, $100 rebate. Natural gas dryer, $100 rebate. Natural gas grill, $100 rebate. Natural gas logs, $100 rebate. Maximum yearly rebate? No maximum. Save now. Save later. Call the City of Dublin Natural Gas at 277-5048.
Who's also a birthday boy today, go give us our invocation, and then we'll say the pledge to the flag.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, all-wise and gracious God, Lord, we ask that you bless each and every one of us here today. We ask that you continue to lead, guide, and direct us to make the very best decisions and be good stewards of the funds of the City of Dublin. Lord, be with us and guide us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight. First item on the agenda, which is a pretty lengthy agenda, is approval of the council meeting minutes of March the 7th.
Move for approval, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Brown, and a second by Mr. Jones. Is that you?
Right.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Item number 2 is approval of bills over $3,000.
Make a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Jones and a second by Mr. Davis that we pay the bills. Any discussion there? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Item number 3 is approval of purchases over $3,000. Mr. Jones?
We have 2 purchases tonight. First is a ground penetrating radar unit. Lines underground are very difficult to find. They're supposed to have metal on them even when they're plastic, but often they don't. And a lot of times there are things under there that we don't know are there. One thing, a lot of times folks repairing stuff will throw the old broken pipe back in the hole. And so we need ways to find that and tell when we're finding real pipe and when we're finding something else. So this is actually a radar unit that looks underground. So we find what's under there before we dig into something we shouldn't. So the best bid, it was not the lowest bid, but on evaluation, we felt this was the best unit. It's an RD 1100, and there were pictures and a description of everything in your materials. But the cost is $12,900 from CNS Solutions, and staff recommendation is to purchase that unit.
Staff, you've heard council, you've heard the staff's recommendation. What's your pleasure?
Move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Davis and a second by Mr. Johnson to move for approval. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries.
Let me say the difference between that and the next lowest unit was only $150. So, next item is an equipment trailer. Y'all approved purchase of a new skid steer. And this will be the one that will carry the mulching head, and it can carry all kind of different attachments. We need a new trailer. The trailer we have is an old homemade trailer. It's about worn out. So we need to get rid of it and buy a new one. The skid steer itself came in under budget, over $20,000. We want to use $5,475 of that money to purchase a new equipment trailer. And we can haul other things on it too, but that'll be its primary purpose.
Okay, you've heard staff's recommendation. What's your pleasure?
Move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Jones and a second by Mr. Brown that we approve the purchase. Any discussion there? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries.
What if there was a paint that had the power to awaken something old, or painfully dated, or something you simply thought was lost forever? Because it could form a strong bond, regardless of age. If a paint could give any time-worn surface stunning new life, you have to wonder, is it still paint? Regal Select Exterior from Benjamin Moore.
Quality products and installation since 1985. That's 4 Seasons.
Okay, item number 4 is some budget presentations by several entities, and we'll just call them up one at a time. And the first one is the Dublin Youth Programs, Dublin, come on, Lee. As we just said back in the back about something else, y'all can talk up to 10 minutes, but we're not gonna listen but about 5.
Yes, sir. Well, I will squeeze 2 programs into 5 minutes for you. All righty. Good evening, Mayor and Council. I proudly stand before you today to speak about your 2 youth programs provided here in the city of Dublin. First, we will start with the Dublin Lawrence County Teen Court Program. I look at this photo, and it makes my heart smile. We have all 4 high schools represented in this picture. This is not our entire group, but this is a large bulk of our youth volunteers for the current year. These students wake up early on Saturday mornings and report to our courtroom to give back to their community and their peers. We served a caseload of 21 students for 21 cases this year. Our number of teen volunteers increased to 64, which is tremendous. This gave us a total of 85 local teens working within our teen court program. We've been able to work with the Dublin Police Department as well. Captain Champion ensures we have an officer present at every session, as well as including us in his HEAP grant. Our program was able to receive educational materials we now use during our after-school sessions so the teens can complete their court requirements. We are grateful for their support of our program. Of those 21 cases, 10 of them have successfully completed the program, and 11 remain within the program. The 10 completions have been referred back to the Department of Juvenile Justice, where their criminal record will be expunged. The remaining 11 from 2018 have completed the majority of their court requirements and are on their way to a successful completion as well. Each month, the teens receive a calendar of service projects and dates for events. Posted here are just 3 examples of what Teen Court has done. We would like to thank the Dublin Fire Department for allowing us to continue helping around the firehouse. Most of the teens really enjoy it. On the bottom photo, our teens wrote letters and created handmade cards for the troops in Afghanistan, and you can see the top right, this is a picture of the troops receiving and opening their packages. We sent cards to Austin Lamb in East Dublin. His story was told on 13 WMAZ, so we continuously stuff his mailbox with cards from our teens. And we also sent them to a cancer center in Bloomfield, Connecticut, and the history from the young lady in Connecticut is she was a part of the Teen Court program back when I was in grade school. She worked with the GAP Coalition with our Teen Court program back in the 90s. And now she is battling cancer, so we sent them to her cancer facility in Connecticut. Our program has been blessed with an amazing board. Ms. Brown is in the audience as well. She's a board member of our board of directors. They recognize not only the need of this program in Dublin Lawrence County, but abroad as well. The success of our programs have traveled beyond the borders of Lawrence County. Within the last year, we've been invited to present on our local programs in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, Las Vegas, Nevada, Savannah, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and Douglas, Georgia. We also have received requests from city officials in Noonan, Stockbridge, Sugar Hill, and Union City, Georgia, to come and observe our teens in action, because they too are interested in mirroring our program in their respective cities. This slide depicts the numbers from 2018, as I mentioned earlier. It shows the 21 cases, the 10 that have completed, the 11 that remain, and the total of 85 kids that we served in 2018. Our next teen court session is on Saturday, April 13th, 2019. We invite you to come and support as they continue to make a difference one teen at a time. Next, we have the City of Dublin Youth Council. The teens meet every first Monday and third Saturday here in the Dublin City Hall. Additional meetings are held as needed by the teens for committee meetings. Youth Council participates as well with service projects. The slide above shows a few of them volunteering at the annual National Night Out event. They volunteered with several back-to-school events. For Christmas, they adopted 2 families and donated gifts through the Families for Families organization, and they've also volunteered with local community cleanup projects. With all of our programs, we try to instill the importance of networking and dreaming above and beyond what only the physical eye can see. Our teens have attended several training sessions throughout the state and in Los Angeles, California in 2018 through the National League of Cities Convention. Because of their great behavior and work ethic, our teens are recognized everywhere. When walking through the doors of a Charlotte Convention Center, we were asked by visiting mayors if they could take photos with the City of Dublin youth. In Los Angeles, we were exiting a class session and we heard, "Hey, there's Dublin, Georgia." We were then greeted by councilmen and councilwomen from Stockbridge, Georgia, because they recognized us. Until last month, our youth council photo, the City of Dublin youth council photo, was used as the face of GMA's youth councils on their state website. This year, we have assisted several cities with creating youth councils of their own by mirroring our program. I'd like to also add, we recently were informed our students are the 2018-2019 Georgia Secretary of State Student Ambassador Champions for District 12. Our youth council competed against teams from across the state with promoting voter registration for young citizens, service projects, and community involvement. We will travel to Atlanta in April to be recognized by Governor Brian Kemp and our new Secretary of State. But the greatest news of all, the City of Dublin has been selected by GMA to host the 2020 Youth Symposium for the state of Georgia. It is great to know the dedication and hard work of our programs is being noticed and respected across the state and the country.
Good evening. As a member of the Dublin-Lawrence County Teen Court and the City of Dublin Youth Council, I speak for all of our youth and adult volunteers when I say thank you so much. This year could not have been a success without your support. It is our goal to become better leaders, evolve into young change agents, make positive transformations within our community of young people, and make the people who support us proud. After each project, local event, or travel experience, we are assigned the task of submitting written reports. Days following a recent conference, we wanted to express our gratitude to you all through letters, which you will be receiving soon. Please know that we are continually striving to represent the City of Dublin in a positive light while making a difference, one teen at a time, and as teens changing the face of politics through leadership, service, and community involvement. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comments or questions from council? Okay. Thank you very much. Good presentation.
Dublin City Schools announces pre-K and kindergarten registration, along with elementary school transfer day. All events will take place at Central Registration Office at 1405 West Moore Street in Dublin. Transfer day for current kindergarten through third graders only is March 22nd from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. Only parents that want their students to change schools in the 2019-2020 school year should attend. Transfer can only be made by guardians. Photo ID is required. Pre-kindergarten registration and kindergarten registration for city and county residents are accepted. The pre-K child must be 4 years old on or before September 1st of 2019. Kindergarten child must be 5 years old on or before September 1st, 2019. Dates and times include March 20th from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., March 21st, 22nd, and March 25th from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m., and then again March 26th and 27th from from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Please bring proof of residence. We will accept current utility bills or rent or lease agreement. Proof of age with a certified birth certificate, copy of the child's Social Security card, current immunization record on Georgia Form 3231, eye, ear, and dental certificate on Form 3300, proof of Medicaid, or food stamps for pre-K only if applicable. Your child will not be officially registered until all documents are received. For more information on registration or elementary school transfer day, please call 478-353-8375 or check out our website at dcsirish.com.
Okay, our next group is the, let's see, I lost my place. Dublin Lawrence County Development Authority. Slow down, Mr. Cochran.
Hello, Mr. Mayor, council, department heads, and happy birthday, Jerry. I had one last week.
Thank you very much.
29 and holding, right?
That's right.
And congratulations to you, Phil, in your upcoming coronation as the president of the GMA. So,
Appreciate that.
So, I got about getting old, you can't see without these readers. But, it's my pleasure to brief the Mayor and City Council tonight on the status of the Development Authority. I am here in place of Mr. Charlie Gatlin, who couldn't be here tonight. He had previous engagement, and I got Miss Beth Crumpton, who runs the place. You know, she's our operations director, and Beth does a great job for the City of Dublin, Lawrence County. We just wanted to bring you up to speed on some of the things we got going on. You know, Roger Folsom and I changed gavels back in the fall, and we've been, you know, just doing the normal transitions that you do. But I want to give you a little briefing on the project activity that we got going. I'll tell you this, we're blessed. Charlie Gatlin, many of you know Charlie. He loves this community, and he's been our interim director since October, and we haven't missed a beat. He and Beth have been working projects. We have 3 active projects. One's very new. They haven't even decided on the Georgia communities that are going to be eliminated yet. We have made the first cut. One we're down to one or two Georgia communities left, and one we're the only Georgia community involved. But as many of you know, these things take a lot of time, and there's a lot of wrangling back and forth. So we'll see how they go. But those 3 projects represent 1,500 jobs and $800 million in investment. So if we got one of them, that'd be nice. The exciting thing is the expansions of the existing industries we have. Some of this is it's kind of comical. It's supposed to be top secret, that most of us know about what's going on, especially when they come to see Lance and say, "Hey, Michael, tell me how to run some water out here." And they got their ads for air permits in the paper. So most of you know I'm referring to the thing up in West Fraser, up in Dudley, which is the biggest of the existing industries we have, that will not end up with that many new jobs, but it will create a ton of indirect jobs in the forestry and logging community, because they'll be dealing with a lot more volume of wood. It's an agribusiness project. Let me back up and say the 3 projects we're looking at, 2 of them are automotive related, one of them is agribusiness. The other expansions going on, some of you may know Best Buy's got some investment going on in equipment. You guys were very instrumental in getting the natural gas, or in the process of doing that, I think, over to the Smithson Mathis project in East Dublin. 2 of our newer industries, Erdrich and Denix, have got expansion plans. We'll see. We're working with them on that. As far as our budget and our audit, we just finished our audit with the local folks, TJS Beamer Downer, and 0 findings. It's good. 0 misstatements, 0 adjusting entries, clean audit, and credit to that goes to Ms. Beth. Our current annual budget is $606,000. You guys provide 18% of that, and we appreciate it very much. I remember, and Gerald, you just come on city council, and James Malone and I came by and we said, we got to have some money. We asked y'all to give us permanent funding, and y'all obliged us, and we created the Office of Economic Development. We've had some success, and it wouldn't have happened without your support and the county support. So The budget looks good. I don't anticipate us asking you for any more this upcoming year. We do have some things in our budget that are a little bit upside down that we're working on. And obviously, we got to get them balanced so that we don't have to come asking you for some more money. But the finances are in good shape. I'm sure it's on everybody's mind about the status of our president position. We engaged the Chasing Group back in the fall. They went through a vetting process, talked to some of you in the community about the stakeholder interviews just to see what they, your input was. They officially posted it at the end of last year. We started getting resumes in the January timeframe and started doing some vetting of those candidates. We had right at 30 people apply. We've looked at seriously about just under 10 of those, and we've interviewed some of those. It's been kind of almost comical. It's all top secret, but some of them I think we've gotten raises because they see where they are. They were real interested in us, and all of a sudden they just decided they liked their community. But I think I can speak for Tim and me, Tim Chase and Randy Cardoza. We've been a little disappointed at the pace of that. I'd hoped we would have this person in place by now, but we're continuing to look, and they're doing what they call targeted searching now, where they're going out and looking for individuals that they think fit our community and just say, hey, how you like what you're doing? They're at that process now, but they're still actively engaged in that. So we're endeavoring to get that done. Let me mention this, May 16th, we would like for you all to come to our annual planning session that's going to be held up in the north, actually it's in Wilson County. It's up just out of Lawrence County, Wilson County, at Jimmy Allgood's camp house, and we're gonna meet all day with Charlie Gatlin and several others to kind of lay out our next, just to identify the priorities we want to work on. And you all have heard the Chamber's got an initiative going. The number one thing we got to deal with, folks, is workforce development. We're hearing it from the existing industries, and just frankly, one of the problems we got is, historically, and Phil, you know this, we would bring people in and we'd say, go talk to this plant manager, and go talk to this plant manager. Now we're asking the plant managers, just don't, be nice, because they're struggling for help. I mean, y'all heard of the situation out in McRae. Several of the folks from McRae are coming up to work at Valmera and Erdrich. So we're in a labor shortage, and that's not unique to Dublin, Lawrence County. It's all over the country. So that's an issue, but that's pretty much it as far as what I wanted to brief you all on tonight. And Beth, did I forget anything? Are there any questions?
Any questions? Don't think so. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you coming and give us that report.
Yes, sir.
Jet Food Stores is proud to partner with Marathon Petroleum. And right now you can save 40 cents a gallon off the first fill-up just by texting Jet Food to 40244 with the Make It Count loyalty program. And save 5 cents a gallon every time you visit your neighborhood Jet Food Store branded Marathon. Brand new fuel pumps and Marathon's high-quality fuel using STP additives will help your car run smoother and last longer. Stop in today and make sure you text Jet Food to 40244 right now and start saving. Jet Food Stores and Marathon, a winning combination.
Our next one is the Oconee Regional Library. Good evening.
We have a new director.
He's been here before.
Yes.
Okay, well, good. Maybe I'm missing.
Not as director.
Not a director.
Not a director.
So I'm Beverly Brown, the new director of the Lawrence County Library. Also here is the library's business manager and assistant director, Elizabeth White. We're so thankful to be here today, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to update you on library services programs. If you look at your handout, you'll see that the library's been busy. There are 18,064 active registered patrons, a total of over 110,000 patrons and visitors came to the library to use its services. 2,497 children attended the summer reading program. 7,010 children's books were checked out during summer reading. 93,938 physical items were checked out. 48% of those items were children's materials. 4,808 digital items were checked out. 28,804 computer sessions were requested by patrons and visitors. There were 4,540 children's computer sessions. The library staff answered 10,844 adult reference questions and 2,705 children's reference questions. Community members volunteered 338 hours of their time. The library offered 58 adult programs, 423 people attended, 38 young adult programs. We had 349 in attendance, and 26 all ages programs where 401 people attended. All of these numbers presented here are higher than our FY17 numbers, so we're really proud of that. I have a few facts to share with you about our Fridays opening. We're really excited to be open on Fridays. As of March the 22nd, we've been open 12 Fridays. We've had 225 people visit each Friday on average. That's an average of 28 people per hour. A total of 2,705 people have walked through our doors. We've had 40 computer sessions each Friday on average. And this does not include the many wireless users that we see in the library. We've had an average of 175 users who connect to our library's wireless internet on Fridays. 174 books checked out the library each Friday on average. And that's an average of 22 books per hour. So the library has been utilized on Friday, and we're really excited about that. We also have a number of programs to support literacy. For our monthly Lego robotics program, we partner with the Oconee Fall Line Technical College, where Lee Radney is the instructor. For our monthly gardening program, we partner with the UGA County Extension Office. Raymond Joyce is the county agent. The Dublin and Lawrence County Recreation Authority is working with us to support programming for all ages. Curtis Coates is the program manager. The Dublin City Schools will be partnering with us to promote our summer reading initiative. Jamie Ray is the district literacy coach. We also have a new partnership with the Lawrence County Community Literacy Task Force. Rhonda Hightower is the associate superintendent. The motto of the task force is working together to make literacy more valued and more visible in our community. And you know, we all want that for our community. So the library, we will have our first all-day sci-fi superhero program this Saturday from 10 to 2. And we hope you come out to join us. This will be our very first. You'll see people in costumes. You know, we have food truck where you can eat, so we invite you all to come out and share with us. So we have a number of regular programs. For our adults, we have family history meetups, classic movie Monday, bingo for books, adult coloring programs, educational programs about history, financial literacy programs. For our teens, we have Teen Book Club, Lego Robotics. Do you all know what Lego Robotics is? Lego Robotics is a program that teaches teens how to design and code robotic machines using Lego Mindstorm. So even though if you're not a teen, you're welcome to come by if you're interested in learning robotics. For families, we have homeschool meet and greet. We have a bilingual story time and a kids coding class. And these classes are initiated and run by volunteers. We have a number of electronic resources, and not only do we support access to Galileo, we also provide access to 14 other electronic resources that are unique to the Oconee Regional Library system. We've just added a new group of resources to help our patrons through the process of starting a new small business or a nonprofit. The library provides patrons with access to Georgia Download Destination, and that is a significant collection of ebooks and audiobooks. And lastly, the library offers free online tutoring 7 days a week from 2 p.m. to 10 through tutor.com. We have a monthly newsletter. If you'd like to sign up for the newsletter, please visit us at ocrl.org. And so these are just a few programs provided by the library. I hope I didn't take up a lot of your time, but if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Council, do you have any questions, comments?
Thank you.
Thank you, Beverly. Appreciate you coming.
Is your internet slowing your business down? If so, call the City of Dublin for our fiber optic based internet, 478-296-1008.
I'm Marcus Clements with Clements & King Insurance. Are you confused about all the different plans available for those on Medicare? Do you understand Plan F or Plan G, prescription drug plans, or Medicare Advantage plans? There's never a fee for our service. Call Clements & King today with any question concerning Medicare-related health insurance.
Last but not least, the Dublin Lawrence Black History Festival Community Committee. How y'all doing tonight?
How are you?
Good afternoon, Council, and everyone in the audience. My name is Richard Nazareth. I'm Vice Chairperson of the Dublin North Black Festival Committee. And this is Fran. She's the President of the Dublin North Black Festival Committee. And we're going to, I promise you, Mayor, that we will not go past that 5-minute listening time. But we're here now to present a budget.
Guy Cochran,
To present the budget for the Dublin North Black Festival Committee for 2019. The sources and then the expense. And I have a copy here for the council, and I'll be giving it to you so you can kind of reference to what I'm going over. The sources of income for 2019, the City of Dublin, $1,500. Miscellaneous donors, $2,500. Membership dues, $1,050. Soul Food Fest, $2,100. MLK Breakfast, $1,320. Award Banquet, $1,100. And the general program is $150. And the pageant income was $3,000 for a total of $12,720 in sources of income. And for his expense, TV 35, $4,200. Venue costs for staff, $700. Decoration, $1,400. Mailbox, $121. Supplies and postage, $1,300. Caterer, $4,050. And scholarship, $6,160. You'll see that we came out in the whole this time was the total was $17,931. But being a 501 nonprofit organization, we're allowed to carry over a small amount from the year before. So that's where we made up the difference. Now, those are the figures that I have a copy for the council. And Ms. Fran is going to kind of go over some of the programs that we have partaked in and kind of let you know a little bit about what we do.
Good evening, Mayor, and to the City Council. The Dublin Lawrence County Black History Festival, its intended purposes is to celebrate Black history each year during the month of February. However, within the last couple of years, we have extended our activities from 1 month to a year. In the next couple of years, we hope to extend these activities at least 3 to 4 activities each month. Nevertheless, these activities come with price tags and venue fees. We continue to solicit donations from the community and other partners in the immediate area to fund these events. We increased our membership fees to offset the cost of some of the activities. It is the committee plan to add activities to the agenda each year. It is planned for this committee to revisit the talent show and or a one-act play for the holidays. However, we will continue to motivate, stimulate, activate the community in assisting in Black History Festival activities in a mighty way because Black history is American history. Also, we're asking the community for 2020 to participate in purchasing Black History Bows to display them on your businesses or homes for the month of February. Some of our major activities include but not limited to the MLK Breakfast, Soul Food Fest, Ministers Program, Career and Youth Day, Annual Awards Banquet, and Miss Black Festival USA. The MLK Breakfast is one of our biggest events. And finally, but not last, this year we've had opportunity to bring in a legendary gospel artist, Miss Baby Mason, and also Miss Black USA Ambassador, Jaleesa McCray, will compete in Miss Georgia Black Teen for 2020. She's also an undergraduate of Dublin High School and a member of the team court. And that is our report.
Thank you very much.
I have any questions?
Any questions?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
From humble beginnings with a desire to serve the Dudley community, Bank of Dudley has grown to 5 locations, serving Lawrence, Twiggs, and surrounding counties. Serving our community since 1905, the Bank of Dudley is looking forward to its 2nd century of community banking. Drop in today to any of our 5 locations: Jeffersonville, Dudley, East Dublin, Veterans Boulevard, and downtown Dublin. Bank of Dudley, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Item number 5 is the second reading and public hearing of an ordinance and adoption agreement between the City of Dublin and the Georgia Municipal Employees Benefit System for the defined benefit retirement plan.
This is an ordinance to amend and restate the retirement plan for the employees of the City of Dublin, Georgia, in accordance with and subject to the terms and conditions set forth in the attached adoption agreement, any addendum to the adoption agreement, the Georgia Municipal Employees Benefit System, or GMEBS, master plan document, and the GMEBS trust agreement. When accepted by the authorized officers of the city and GMEBS, the foregoing shall constitute a contract between the city and GMEBS, all is authorized and provided by OCGA, section 47-5-1 et sec.
We will now close the city council meeting and open the public hearing and ask if there's anyone here that'd like to speak in favor of this proposed ordinance change. If not, is there anyone who'd like to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance change? Hearing neither, we will now close the public hearing, reopen the city council meeting, and ask council for a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Griggs and a second by Mr. Brown to adopt the ordinance and the agreement. Any discussion? Ms. Daniel, do you mind calling the roll?
Councilman Brown.
Yes.
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Smith.
Yes.
Councilman Griggs.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Thank you. Okay, item number 6 is the second reading and public hearing of an ordinance to amend section 4-24, distance requirements of Article 1, Chapter 4, alcoholic beverages, to expand the exempted area for distance requirements to schools, churches, and certain other facilities.
Okay, this is ordinance number 19-02, an ordinance by the mayor and city council to amend subparagraph F of section 4-24, distance requirements of Article 1 of Chapter 4, alcoholic beverages, to expand the area exempted from certain distance requirements for restaurants serving alcohol by the drink, set an effective date, and for other lawful purposes.
Before we go into a public hearing, just for informational purposes, a lot of this, the reason for this proposed ordinance is due to the growth of the downtown and restaurants moving to different sections that weren't in the original ordinance. But now we will now close the city council meeting and open it up for public hearing and ask if there's anyone to speak in favor of this ordinance. If not, is there anyone who'd like to speak in opposition to this proposed ordinance? Hearing neither, we will now close the public hearing, reopen the city council meeting, and turn it over to council.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Smith and a second by Mr. Brown to approve the ordinance change. Any discussion? Mr. Daniels, will you call the roll?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Griggs.
Yes.
Councilman Smith.
Yes.
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Brown.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Thank you. Okay, item number 7 is a second reading and public hearing of an ordinance amending section 6-47, fees for building permits. Mr. Jones.
It's ordinance number 1903, an ordinance by the mayor and city of Dublin to amend section 6-47, fees of Article 3, permits and inspections, chapter 6, building and construction, the Code of Ordinances of the city of Dublin, Georgia, to allow for the fees for building permits to be determined by the city manager, set an effective date, and for other lawful purposes.
Okay, we will now close the city council meeting and open the public hearing and ask if there's anyone here that'd like to speak in favor of the proposed ordinance change. Not? Anyone like to speak in opposition? Okay, we will now close the public hearing, reopen the city council meeting, and turn it over to council for action.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Griggs and a second by Mr. Johnson to approve the amended ordinance. Any discussion? All right, Mr. Daniel, will you call the roll?
Councilman Brown.
Yes.
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Smith.
Yes.
Councilman Griggs.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Thank you. Okay, item number 8 is the first reading of an ordinance to adopt a records retention management plan for the city of Dublin. Mr. Jones.
Okay, this is ordinance number 19-04, an ordinance by the mayor and city council of the city of Dublin, adding a new section 2-4, records management of Article 1 of Chapter 2, administration of the Code of Ordinances of the city of Dublin, adopting certain records retention schedules of the Georgia Archives Division of the University System of Georgia, to designate the city clerk as the records management coordinator, to authorize the city clerk to establish other policies concerning the retention of records and the disposition of records, and to set an effective date.
Okay. We will have our second reading and public hearing on this proposed ordinance change on April the 18th. Okay, item number 9 is discussion and/or action on designation of Stonewall Initiative as a partner in the Neighborhood Partnership Program. Mr. Jones?
All right. Ms. Deborah, you want to tell us about this one?
Greetings, Mayor and Council. It's my delight to inform you tonight that we have our first neighborhood partnership within our neighborhood partnership program. Most of you remember that we launched the neighborhood partnership program last October. I believe it was during the police department's annual neighborhood watch meeting, and we've been sharing information, with different community groups about it. It's an initiative that we hope will work with our established neighborhood groups such as neighborhood watches and bring them up to a little bit higher level where we can work more personally within the neighborhoods to address their unique needs. There's some information on our website as well as out in the foyer that talks about a little bit more about the program and the requirements. So, but tonight we're formally recognizing the Stonewall Initiative. They have met with us and we have a committee that reviews their applications, and so, which also consists of the police department and code enforcement and community development, of course, and other staff. So we want to make sure that we have the staff involved who are already addressing neighborhood needs. And tonight we're going to formally recognize the Stonewall Initiative. They've already identified some goals that they want us to work with them with, some of those being additional security lighting and additional signage, and of course they've got, some vacant lots to be addressed, and so, but we'll work with each neighborhood with their unique needs. But at this time, we're gonna ask Shay Charlie and her group if she would come forward, and Miss Katie is here, and we have certificates that we're gonna share it with them and read it, and just formally recognize them. That's part of the awards.
Y'all all come up there.
Just stand around here that way, yeah.
Okay, and that way we'll have the council in the background. We'll get a good photo of you. All right. Good job. Good job. Okay. Ms. Kay.
What's up, lady? Good to see you, man.
Yes, please.
You need to kneel down.
We'd like to present you with our certificate of participation to the Stonewall Initiative. You are now a registered neighborhood and official partner of the city's Neighborhood Partnership Program. Congratulations.
Committee, and present this again. All right. Very good.
I would like to say that I think Charlie Garbutt met with Gary Johnson and me probably how long ago, Gary, 6, 7 years ago. It's been a long time ago, and until he got these young folks involved, he wasn't getting anywhere with it.
He's had a lot dragging him down here lately.
All right, congratulations.
Stop in today at your Wrightsville, Silverton, or Adrian Jet Food Stores for breakfast made fresh daily. The best breakfast biscuits and breakfast platters around. Join us for lunch with fresh chicken, pork chops, fried fish, fresh vegetables, as well as a daily manager special from chicken pot pies, meatloaf, and beef tips and rice. Hungry yet? Hurry into your Jet Food store today, and don't forget to call ahead, and we'll have your favorite Hunt's Brothers pizza made to order. Come to your hometown Jet Deli today.
Item number 10 is discussion and/or action on award of a contract with Thompson Hutton Engineering for the Helen Drive sanitary sewer improvement.
It's one of our worst places in town as far as the sewer not being set up right for these houses. There are 4 houses there that are on one service. There should be 4 separate services. The sewer actually runs under one of the houses. So this was number 1 on our future sewer project list, and we'd like to, for council to engage their services. The total contract is in the amount of $21,550, and the full description of the services they're providing are in the contract.
Okay, you've heard staff's recommendation. Council, any?
So moved.
Move for approval, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Brown and a second by Mr. Davis that we approve the agreement. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Item number 11 is discussion and/or action on award bid for 441 North Gas Valve Replacement Project.
Okay, we've still got some valves that were put in place in the original installation of our gas line in Milledgeville in 1953. They are frozen and don't operate, and they are leaking. So we need to get them out of the system. We got 3 bids for this project, and the low bidder and responsible bidder was D. Lance Souther Inc. For $32,760. They're from Macon, Georgia, and our staff recommendation is to award to the low bidder, Lance Souther.
Okay, you've heard staff recommendation.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we accept the city manager recommendation.
All right.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Johnson, a second by Mr. Griggs. We accept the bid. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Item number 12 is discussion and/or action on a resolution to adopt and approve the 2019 updated ADA transition plan for the city of Dublin.
It's just a report we have to file and to show that we're keeping up with the ADA plan, make our buildings accessible to the public. Resolution states, resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Dublin adopting and approving the 2019 updated ADA transition plan to require submittal of the city's ADA transition plan and to set an effective date.
Okay, any questions? Not, I hear a motion.
Move for approval.
Second.
Who's the second? Got a motion by Mr. Davis, a second by Mr. Jones. We approve the and adopt the resolution. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Item number 13 is discussion and action on the resolution to approve a data service agreement with the Lawrence County Board of Education.
And this is a resolution, purpose is for council authorize the city to enter into a contract with the Lawrence County Board of Education to provide basically their internet services that are paid through their E-rate. This is a resolution of the Mayor and City Council of Dublin authorizing the Mayor and City Clerk to execute and deliver an intergovernmental agreement with the Lawrence County School System for the provision of wide area network services by the city to the said Board of Education and to provide for an effective date.
Okay, any discussion on that? I hear a motion.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Griggs and a second by Mr. Jones. To approve the agreement. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. I'm getting tongue-tied now. Okay, item number 14 is discussion and action on the resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract for the emergency repair of a sewer force main.
We have a sewer force main that has operated very well for the last 14, 15 years, but suddenly it is just, we've had several breaks in it. We have to make emergency repairs. It is located at the end of Academy Avenue near its intersection with Honeysuckle. We've just not really, we've made some other adjustments out there, found some things wrong, but none of those are really addressing the problem. So we need to get this done very quickly. We don't want to wait 60 days before we can get out there and get this in place. So this resolution would authorize the city to go ahead and enter into, authorize me to go ahead and enter into a contract to get this repaired. It's resolution number 19-08, a resolution of the Mayor and City Council of the City of Dublin authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract for the emergency repair and upgrade of a sewer force main at 1010 Honeysuckle Drive and to provide for an effective date.
Okay. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Brown and a second by Mr. Jones. We approve the resolution. Any discussion?
Did you say how much it was?
We're not sure exactly. It's probably going to be in the area of about $200,000. We're still assessing it and trying to get all the estimates done.
Any other discussion? Not all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries.
You wouldn't buy a gallon of milk and immediately pour 70% of it out, would you? Then why would you do that with power for your home? 70% of electricity is lost on the way to your house, making it only 30% efficient. But natural gas is 92% efficient. Electricity is good to power your lights and electronics, but using natural gas for certain appliances is the most cost-effective, energy-efficient, and environmentally friendly mix for your home. Use it, don't lose it. Choose the right energy mix. Choose natural gas.
Okay, that leads us to citizens' comments. Are there any citizens that would like to address council tonight? Not, we'll go to council comments. Mr. Davis, we'll start with you tonight.
I want to thank everybody for coming this evening, and I want to thank all of those for making the presentation. And I want to say that as the president of Oconee High School National Alumni Association, I hand-delivered application for scholarships to the 3 public high schools today, and they are for $1,000 each, and also being a part of the Fort Valley State University National Alumni Association, we also give 2 $1,000 scholarships through that organization. So for Kessler and all of the others out there that have graduating students this year, I encourage you to have them ask the counselor of the Dublin High, West Lawrence, and East Lawrence for those applications. And the one thing I like to point out, there is a needs factor, but everybody's eligible to apply and receive the scholarships if selected. And thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to thank everyone for coming. I see the young people, they really be in the community a lot, Counselor, thank you for that, keeping them visible. I'd like to thank all our departments, they're doing a good job. And Lance, you're doing a good job too. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Griggs.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Thank everyone that gave presentations. It's nice to know what all's going on when you're up here to help. And just thank everyone again for coming, and you have a safe week.
Thank you. Ms. Smith.
Thanks for coming. Really appreciate all the stuff that went into the successful St. Patrick's stuff that we just came through. Also, I'm very excited about all that's happening with youth. That's a great thing. I'm also excited about the neighborhood initiatives. That's where the backbone of our community is, in our neighborhoods. And thanks so much for that interest. And for these people that made the presentation tonight, did a good job keeping us abreast of what's going on. Thanks so much.
Thanks, sir. Mr. Jones.
Echo what everyone said. Thank everyone for coming out. Thank everyone for the presentation, especially impressed with the youth, getting involved in the community and with their work in government. And hope everyone have a safe and happy spring break.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I too would just like to echo what's been said. As Councilman Smith said, we just came through our St. Patrick's Festival, and thank you to all our city employees that were readily involved in all the tasks that they completed during that time frame. And as already been said, spring break is upon us, and enjoy it and be safe.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Powell. Mr. Daniel. Mr. Jones.
I did right quick want to recognize our public works workers. A lot of times they don't get a lot of attention, but on this sewer line break, you got there 3 times recently. You just think about that job. There's a hole with a sewer line, pumping sewage into the hole, and they jump right in there and fix it. And they've done that 3 times on this sewer line, and they, when you see somebody in public works, thank them. And the people in the that work at the treatment plant that are working on those things also. But those guys really have a tough job, and we gotta just remember them, and when you see one of them, shake a hand, tell them thank you.
Thanks, sir. Okay, just 3 quick things. Again, Jerry, happy birthday. Hope you have a good one.
Thank you.
On the our assistant city manager is grandmother. What? Glam mother. That doesn't surprise me. And the child's name is Carter Lee Austin. Is that right? 7 pounds, 14 ounces. And then finally, our land bank authority, as you know, is made up of 7 people. One of those appointments is made by the Dublin Housing Authority. And just so you will know and to make you aware, Miss Brenda Smith had retired or came off the board here a month or 2 ago, and that board has replaced her with Nicole Herndon. No further business, we stand adjourned.